welcome back to Stevo Runs, the channel created for like-minded people looking to become better, fitter and healthier people. And if that sounds like you, and if that's something you're looking to become, then please hit that subscribe button and let's go on this journey together, because if I can do it, I know that you can too. So, an extreme title I know, but is running the absolute life changer? You won't just hear that from me, but from almost everybody who takes up running and sticks with it would agree. So let's talk right now about why you should get running and let it change your life. Okay, so what kind of absolute nutter would run like 4 times a week or more, putting themselves through absolute hell, and what benefits are you getting from doing such a pointless sport? Well, have you ever looked around and thought, geez, there's a lot of runners about these days. There's got to be something in it, right? Well, firstly, as long as your body is abled, absolutely anybody can take up running. Male or female, young or old, whether you're a bit overweight or slim, running is the simplest sport to get into. Get some half decent gear like running trainers and some good clothing, and you have the basics to begin your running venture. As you get into the swing, you'll add to your armour, and that will add to your love for running, and you'll never look back. So what is life changing about running? I can only give you my thoughts and experience on running and what I've heard from many people on blogs and posts, etc. So for me, I had the opposite to the honeymoon period when I started running. I didn't love it at all for the first few months. In fact, I hated it. I started because I was doing nothing for exercise, I was putting on weight, and I was really, really unhealthy. But I couldn't stand it when I started, and it took me a few attempts to actually get into it and actually stick with it. But when you give it time and find the rhythm and the correct pace to run at, running is the absolute game changer. And it was for me personally. After playing sports for mainly football throughout my younger years, I now realise that I'd never actually been fit, and I mean properly fit. I could manage 90 minutes of football, but that was it. My body would ache for a few days after. Eventually, my knees were trashed from playing football, and I had to stop all sports altogether. But when I got bigger and healthier, I turned to running, and I tried to make a real go of it for the first time. In fact, my knees feel as strong as ever since taking up running, and I'm hoping that they'll stay that way. So now, after discovering heart rate training, I finally found the key to getting truly fit with little amounts of injuries, and the key to actually enjoy my running. I'm sure some people running at full speed each time they go out, but for me personally, it made it impossible to carry it on because I was tiring, I was injury prone, and it just wasn't enjoyable. So running slower at heart rate training was the absolute game changer for me. And since running slower and at a nice pace for my heart and my body to cope with, I've been able to keep running consistently for a couple of years or more, and I've really got into it. I've been reading books about running to learn everything I can about it. I've been learning about nutrition, I've been trying different foods, trying ways to get into optimal shape. I never thought I'd see the day where I'm watching what I'm eating and actually wanting to go out running. I've read blogs and posts from people who say that running has changed their lives and even saved their lives with their mental health issues have got so bad that they needed something to focus on, and running gives them a new purpose, and you can run whenever you need to keep busy or when you just need to get away for an hour. Others say that it raises their self-confidence, their self-esteem and their self-worth. It will help with quitting some addictions too, like smoking, drinking, drugs, binge eating, etc, etc. You may even find yourself addicted to eating healthy or running instead, so it's not really a bad swap, is it? Running will tone up your body, you'll see muscles pop up in your legs that you never knew existed. You shred some fat all over, unveiling the muscles you had stashed underneath. And once you've started seeing your improvements in your running, you'll be keen to do some strength training and mobility work to further help your progress. So on a personal level, running has changed my mindset for my whole life in a way. I'm thinking about what I'm putting into my body, I'm thinking about how much sleep and how much chill out time I'm getting, I'm thinking about how I can become an all-round better person. I love the little bit of time that I get for myself whilst running, and I love the feeling after a run, like a small achievement that I'm still going. I love how I'm actually interested in the whole health subject. I'm reading about it and wanted to learn even more than I wanted to learn when I was at school, funny enough. I'm suddenly into running before work when it's pitch black outside, but it's the finest way to start your day and gives you an energy boost that lasts all day long. Running made me decide to quit caffeine, simply so I can sleep better and recover properly overnight instead of laying there restless, buzzing from my 5 coffees earlier in the day. But confidence is up. I never thought I'd do anything like this, like Stevo Runs channel that I'm doing now, but here I am, putting lots of effort in the hope that some of my viewers might take the plunge and take up running for themselves. I'm more appreciative of my surroundings, and I enjoy running around different areas, like when on holiday and things, and I just look around and think, wow, this place is just lovely. I love competing with myself. I'm always trying to improve. My 5k, my 10k times, my half marathon times are improving over time, and I love that my first ever half marathon was for charity, and I thought, mate, I'm never ever doing that again. Yet now my long runs are half marathons, and I'm preparing for my first ever full marathon in November. It's crazy what your body can become capable of. You're just set on a personal mission to better yourself. That is just the effect that running has got on you if you let it. One last thing, and probably the most important thing for me and generally everybody who runs regularly, is happiness. All in all, I'm a happy character, but running takes it to the next level. Now everyone seems to have small issues with how they look, how they feel, etc. And I was exactly the same. But since taking up running and really giving it a go and getting properly into it, I'm no longer conscious about my looks, and I'm no longer worried about my health, because you're dealing with it directly by running, and you're eating and you're sleeping better, and just knowing that you're doing everything that you can to keep yourself in sort of good nick. I was always conscious about how I looked. I was pale and I was chubby, and I'm finally happy with my image. Even if I'm not very good looking, I'm happy in myself, and that goes a really long way for me. So last but not least, is running will no doubt make you feel happy in general, but happy with yourself and your own image. So why wouldn't you want to start? Please let me know if and how running has changed your life, or if you just find it god awful. You might do. I want to hear all about it, whichever way it's gone. This has been Stevo Runs. Please subscribe below and do yourself a favour and get yourself into running if you haven't already. It is the absolute life changer. See you soon. Stevo Runs.